Hello students. Last class we have discussed about the determination of coefficient of consolidation. In that we have calculated CV, that is coefficient of consolidation, with two methods, and the first method we have already studied about the Casagrande logarithm of time fitting method, and now we will be studying the second part, or we can say the second method of determining the coefficient of consolidation. That is nothing but the Taylor's square root of time fitting method. We also call it as square root of time fitting method. Now, so here we in last class we have observed that the graph between dial gauge reading and time was provided, and it was an practical method, and this is also an practical method, and we will be comparing this with practical and theoretical both the graphs. So now in this method was devised by Taylor in 1948, and we can see here also we will be calculating the value of CV, which is nothing but the coefficient of consolidation. Now here we will be taking the value the value of time in under root way, as the name itself says. Now in the from the diagram we will be learning it. Let us just move towards the diagram, and it will be easier for us to understand from the diagram. Now we have given the experimental curve and the theoretical curve. Now first let us check out the experimental curve. Here the curve is in between the under root t, which is in the x direction, and if we talk about the y direction, definitely it is the dial gauge reading. Here what is happening, we are taking both the values and comparing. Now since when we start the consolidation process, the curve starts from top to bottom side. Okay, as we all know, the voids in the starting will be more, and as the time goes the setting will take place and all the voids will be removed, consolidation will take place. So here on the top the initial value, which we can say is Ri. Okay, and then second, once the all corrected readings are provided, then we'll be considering that value is as Ro. Okay, the Ro is nothing but the corrected zero reading. Now from Ro we can check out the curve has similar to a straight line. Okay, it is a curvy shape, but still it is having from R0 till some point it is having a straight line, which can be shown in the diagram. Okay, so in that straight line we can consider the straight line which shows the 90% of time has been taken. 90% of time has been taken. Now from this straight line, what Taylor has done, like Taylor has given the Taylor has reduced 1.15 value from the given curve. Okay, once you reduce the 1.15 from the given curve, we will be getting one value at under root t 90, which is the 90% of the under root time, and from this we can see at the bottom the time has been taken as under root t 90. Okay, now what we will be doing, we'll be calculating the CV from this value. Now this value will be giving us the CV as TV d square divided by T90, which is nothing but the coefficient of consolidation, and it is once again I'm telling you, this is based on the practical theory, and it is having under root t. Once you get the under root t, you can put the value on y direction also as R90. You can check out here R90 is given, and in the same way the corresponding value for under root t will be under root t 90. And if we talk about, as in the last class also we have considered 50 to 60% of consolidation of soil, here also we'll be considering for about 60%, and we can calculate it from the 60. Here below the 90% we can see we have given our 100, which is nothing but the 100% of the reading or consolidation value. Now we can see up to 60 percentage the consolidation is given by the theoretical curve. Okay, here we have taken in the practical term under root T90, but if we talk about the theoretical curve, we'll be considering up to 60% consolidation as a the curve as a straight line. So we can just check out the formula for CV. It is nothing but 0.848 into h square dr divided by T90, the same thing which I have just told you, TVD square divided by T90. Here at 90% of consolidation, the value of T is given as 0.848. Okay, so this formula can be noted down, and we will be discussing numericals on the basis of this formula. So if you have any doubt, you can just put the value or put your question in the comment section box. Okay, thanks for watching.